vowed to rebuild Notre Dame as the people of France count the cost of the tragic fire that ravaged the historic building. The French president says it's what the people of his country expect.
Starting tomorrow, a national subscription will be launched, and well beyond our borders, we will appeal to the greatest talents. And there are many who will come to contribute and rebuild with us. We will rebuild Notre Dame because that is what the French expect.
It comes as new pictures emerge of firefighters inside the cathedral battling the destructive blaze. For more, we're joined by Europe Bureau Chief Hugh Whitfield in Paris. Hugh, what's the latest on the damage inside the cathedral?
Well, that fire investigators have been trying to get into the cathedral for most of the day. They've managed to get into some parts and certainly on top of the bell towers as well, and up on cranes too. But there are some parts of the cathedral that they can't access still. There are serious concerns about the structural integrity of what remains of Notre Dame. There are structural engineers watching it permanently and constantly to see if there's any movement in the walls that are still standing, that have basically lost the support of the roof structure that was there to help hold them up. So there are still concerns that this is not a safe place, and I think it's probably going to be quite some time before mass is set in here. For it's probably likely to be years.
Yeah. Hugh, I must admit, when you see some of those pictures, you think, wow, there's a lot, like the pews or the seats as they're called in there, so much is still left on the inside, way more than I'd envisaged.
Oh yeah, I think most people were expecting widespread destruction inside the cathedral, but what essentially happened was that when that spire came down, it crashed through the vaulted ceiling and left one big hole in the vaulted ceiling, and a couple of others were caused by the fire. But largely it still looks intact, so it's really only that spire when it came crashing through, shattering the ash and fire everywhere, that caused the fire to take hold on the floor, but they then managed to prevent it spreading any further. So the altar itself is remarkably okay. There's a lot of water and smoke damage, but there are parts that can be salvaged out of this mess.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? So Emmanuel Macron has vowed to rebuild Notre Dame, but realistically, what will that take and how much is it going to cost?
Yeah, he's just, in an address to the nation, said that they can make it more beautiful than before. It's going to cost a lot of money. They've already raised more than $1 billion Australian dollars with these French billionaires coming forward and just offering crazy amounts of cash, no doubt hoping to get their names on the plaque here as well when it's done. It's going to take a long time. They say minimum 5 years, likely longer, and they've got to decide whether they use steel rafters instead of wooden.